Ladies and gentlemen, the transfer window just exploded. We've got Marcus Rashford on the verge of a Juve revival, Leandro Trossard ghosting Arsenal for Mourinho in Istanbul, and don't even blink, because Viktor Gyokeres just went full strike mode, refusing to show up at Sporting as Arsenal circle in for the kill. This window is Chow's. Big names, bold moves, and even bigger drama. So grab your snacks, hold your hot takes, because we're diving headfirst into the wildest transfer stories heating up European football right now. This is Fast Football News, and this is your Transfer Shockwave special. Let's go. Leandro Trossard has just pulled a shocker that no one saw coming, not even Mikel Arteta. The Belgian baller is on his way out of Arsenal and headed straight for Istanbul. Yep, according to fresh reports, Trossard has agreed to a move to Turkish giants Fenerbahce, and get this, he's about to become one of Jose Mourinho's new favourite toys. That's right, the special one himself apparently gave Trossard the full Mourinho treatment, sat him down, whispered some sweet tactical nothings in his ear, and boom, the man's packing his bags. Let's be real, Trossard was always that super sub with sauce for the Gunners' silky feet, chaos energy, clutch goals, but he never quite cracked Arteta's inner circle. Now, with Arsenal stacking midfielders like Pokemon cards, the writing was on the wall. And as the Gunners load up this summer with the likes of Zubimendi, Kepa, Norgard and maybe even Viktor Gyokeres and Easy, it's clear, if you're not nailed to the starting 11, you're on the chopping block. Enter Fenerbahce, who just watched Galatasaray snatch the league title and now want revenge Mourinho style. They've already bagged John Duran, and now they're adding a Premier League technician to the mix. Arsenal, they're letting Trossard go for around £17 million with add-ons. Not a bad deal for a 30-year-old winger. And word is, Trossard's about to get a juicy pay rise too. Not a bad way to start life in Turkey. So now the question is, did Arsenal let a gem slip away? Or is this just smart business for a squad trying to level up and finally go all the way in Europe? Stay tuned. The Gunners are cooking, Mourinho is plotting, and this transfer window just keeps getting weirder. Viktor Gyokeres has had enough, and he's just dropped the transfer bombshell of the summer. The Swedish striker, heavily linked with Arsenal for weeks, has now refused to return to Sporting CP. Yep, you heard that right. Gyokeres has flat out told the Portuguese champs, "I'm not coming back." Sporting expected him back for pre-season on Saturday, but sources say he already missed his return date on Friday and he's not packing his bags anytime soon. Why? Because he feels betrayed. Let's break it down. Arsenal want him. He wants Arsenal. So what's the hold-up? Sporting are playing hardball. They're demanding around £69 million all in, but Gyokeres says there was a gentleman's agreement, a £52 million deal plus £8 million in add-ons would get it done. Arsenal have already matched or even exceeded that, yet Sporting still won't budge. And now Gyokeres has had enough. He's making a stand. No training, no games, no more patience. Why is Arsenal so desperate? Well, last season ended in chaos up front. With Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz both dealing with injuries, Arteta literally played Mikel Merino midfielderas a striker in the final stages, including that brutal Champions League exit to PSG. That tells you everything about Arsenal's striker crisis. And Havertz, despite being the club's top scorer, only got 9 league goals. That's not title-winning form. Now enter Gyokeres. 68 goals in 66 Liga Portugal games. That's not a striker, that's a machine. He's become one of the hottest names in Europe, on the same level as Benjamin Sesko and even fellow Swede Alexander Isak. Oh, and don't forget there's no stranger to England. He had a forgettable spell at Brighton, but lit up the Championship with Coventry. Arsenal think he's now ready to tear up the Prem. So what's next? If Sporting keep dragging their heels, this could get ugly. Gyokeres is clearly done waiting, and Arsenal are done improvising in attack. They've already landed Martin Zubimendi, Kepa and Christian Norgard. Noni Madueke might be next. But the crown jewel? Viktor Gyokeres. Now it's a test of nerves. Will Sporting cave? Will Arsenal walk? Or will Gyokeres force the move himself? This one's getting spicy, folks. Stay locked in. Hold on to your espresso, Juventus fans, because Marcus Rashford might be coming to Turin. That's right, according to Sunsport, Juve have gone full throttle in their pursuit of the Manchester United misfit. And guess what? He's their #1 summer target. And if that wasn't enough spice, Barcelona are in the mix too. Yep, it's not just Juve sniffing around Rashford. The Catalan giants also fancy a slice of the Rashford revival, with Mason Greenwood and Rafael Leao also on their wish list. But it's Juve who are pushing hardest and fastest. So what's going on with Rashford? The 27-year-old turned up at United's Carrington training ground this week at 4:47 p.m, just 8 minutes after new boss Ruben Amorim had bounced. Coincidence? Maybe. Awkward? Absolutely. And it gets worse. Rashford isn't even training with the first team. He's been exiled to the Find a New Club group alongside 4 other forgotten souls. United have made their position clear. He's done. Time to move on. Enter Juventus. Juve are rebuilding with purpose this summer, desperate to rip the Serie A crown back from Napoli, and they see Rashford as a statement signing, a marquee name, a potential world beater who just needs a reset. Let's be real, the guy's got bags of talent. He's just been lost in the chaos at Old Trafford. He spent the end of last season on loan at Aston Villa, but they passed on a permanent deal, probably because no Champions League, no party. But Juve are ready to give him a second life. The big question is, how do you afford him? Rashford's wages are massive, and while United are pushing for a permanent deal, insiders say another loan deal isn't off the table if no one wants to splash the cash outright. Meanwhile, Rashford's been grinding all summer in Dubai solo sessions, no distractions, eyes locked on a comeback. He's got 2026 World Cup redemption on his mind, and a move abroad could be the spark he needs. So here's the story. Juventus want him. Barca want him. United want him gone. Rashford wants out. This transfer saga is heating up fast, and Turin might just be his next home. Watch this space. This transfer just went from done deal to full-on courtroom thriller. Morgan Gibbs-White to Tottenham? Hold that thought, because Nottingham Forest just lawyered up and hit the brakes hard. That's right, Spurs thought they were getting the 25-year-old baller after triggering what looked like a secret £60 million release clause. The medical was booked, contract ready, shirt probably printed. But now, Forest are saying, not so fast. According to reports, Forest are furious, and they're accusing Tottenham of pulling a fast one with an alleged illegal approach. Apparently, the Tricky Trees didn't give permission for talks and are now cutting all communication with North London. And here's the twist. Forest claimed the release clause wasn't supposed to be public knowledge, but Spurs' bid hit the exact number. Coincidence? Forest aren't buying it. They think someone spilled the beans, and now they want answers. Word is, club lawyers are digging through emails, call logs, maybe even WhatsApp messages, trying to build a case. They've gone full Sherlock Holmes on this transfer. But here's the kicker. While they might delay the deal, they probably can't block it. That clause exists and Spurs triggered it fair and square. At least, that's how it looks from the outside. So what does this mean for Gibbs-White? The guy's in limbo. Bags packed, boots polished, GPS set to North London, and suddenly he's got to wait, because the legal department's taking over the transfer window. Let's not forget this man was instrumental in Forest's rise last season. 7 goals, 10 assists, 38 games, Conference League qualification, European football after 30 years. He's a hero at the City ground. But now, he might be leaving through the back door, or the courtroom. So the big question, did Spurs jump the gun? Or is Forest just trying to stall the inevitable? This transfer saga just went full Netflix drama, and we're here for every twist. Stick around, this window is only getting messier. That's a wrap on today's transfer madness. Trossard's off, Rashford's next, and Elanga's ready to light up Newcastle. Hit like, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what drops next, cause this window, it's just getting started. Catch you in the next one.